Well, welcome back guys to another video from Paybourne Motor Projects, and today this dirty little wing is coming off. As you see, it's well, it's not that bad, just a bit of a bad paint job. It's with someone's done it with a can and just masked up a line here, and that was it. But even the silver isn't even the same color, so I thought it'd be cheaper to get a new wing than to respray it, and going to a body shop to get it resprayed definitely would be too much for the budget on this car, considering there's a problem with the car. I don't really want to spend too much. I just want to tidy it up a little bit and then get a 12-month MOT on it and then get it gone. I hunted around for a new wing, well, not a new wing, second-hand wing, a wing that's in this colour for this car. And I managed to find one on eBay for £40. That's delivered, so only £40. Put it in my watch basket, had it there for about a week, and then got an offer from the seller to say, look, you can have it for 35 quid, free delivery. I was like, right, brilliant, that saves me an extra £5. I was actually prepared to pay £40 for it. Got £5 off, so it is here, and I'm going to get it fitted. Here it is. That is not too bad, is it, for £35? There is a couple of marks on it. We're going to get that old wing off. I'll probably see if I can get up on eBay just to get rid of it. Someone might want it. Someone might go, oh, I've got a smashed up wing here, or it's cracked. Because these are plastic wings, you can't really dent them, but you can crack them and split them. They might have one, and they just buy my one on the cheap, because I'll pull it up for like 20 quid, 25 quid, something like that. Someone could buy it on the cheap and respray it themselves. Yeah, there we go. This is off a 2001 A-Class. It's still got the tag on it from where I bought it from, so yeah, it's wing off a 2001. But yeah, we're gonna get that wing on then. So yeah. Also, I've got myself a little stand finally for the camera, so I can actually do some time-lapse videos, which comes in handy because that's exactly what I want to do with this video. Had a bit of an issue last night with the alarm. The battery is completely died on this car now, and I didn't know if you let the battery die completely on this car that it starves the alarm siren battery from power and sets the alarm off. So 10 o'clock last night, the alarm of this car was going mental and we could not get it to stop. Not funny. I have a little chuckle now, but it wasn't funny at the time. Everyone was going mental. Luckily the neighbours didn't really say anything, but everyone in the house here was going mental about it. And yeah, I really need to get this car gone now. So I've been told I've got to get this car gone. So yeah, unfortunately the only way we could get that to stop was we had to take the siren out and take the siren apart and disconnect the battery from inside the siren, because if you take the siren out, it's still going to go off. So a little note to everybody that has one of these that hasn't let the battery die yet: do not let it die. The alarm will go off and you won't be able to get it to stop. You'd have to take the whole siren out. Anyway, let's get this done. Let's get this wing off. Right, okay, so with the bonnet up, you've got a couple of bolts there. Got 2 bolts there. You got one under this bumper here, and you got one down there, and there's one also behind here as well. So you've got to get that off. Also get under the side skirt as well as the bumper. They're probably the easiest screws there. Yeah, let's get this on time lapse, because you don't want to see it in normal time, because it will take a little while. It's not a quick job. It's going to take a little while. So I'm going to film it all on time lapse for you guys to see. okay. It looked like it took like minutes to take off with that, but I've been at it for about half an hour. That was actually half an hour sped up into like a couple of minutes. So there you go. I've had to absolutely rip it apart to get this off. There's a couple of more things on there that I actually missed out and I didn't actually realise until I was actually doing it. The last bit here is actually slotted in. You got that angle bit there which hooks in and then that slots in. So go into the actual wing itself. On here, under there, oh, get that little thing out of the way. You got a slot there and there as well. So go from underneath, and to put it back on is obviously the reverse. You're going to slide it back in that way. It's probably easier to do it first, but yeah, it's the way they built the car. It's all hooked in, and like I said, the bumper is actually attached to that wing. It's what keeps that corner of the bumper on. So they join it together and they just bolt it in there. So you got a bolt there, and it's just all joins in like that. And yeah, there's a hidden bolt here I couldn't see because there's a load of mud. I thought it was just that one there. There's actually one there as well. I didn't see that one. Yeah, I also have to take one of the screws out from the side skirt. I don't know if I can get that there. But yeah, there's a screw there that needs to come out for the side skirt in order to loosen this up. Also, there's one inside the door as well. Let me just open the door up. Get to it. There you go. See, you've got one screw down there as well. That would just loosen this up. And obviously free it all up for the wing to slide out. Now, the wing doesn't slide up, it has to slide back on itself. So if I take you to this wing, you see it's like a block, so it's got to come forward. You've got to pull it forward to get it out. You can't lift it up because it actually has a base to it. So it's screwed into a block, metal block, and then you've got to slide it forward. So you've got to remove the side skirt to have that bit of free play, so you can put it forward, which you can see on here. There's the block, and obviously loosen that up. Open the door, obviously, because it's not going anywhere with the door shut. Open the door, and then that's it. I see here this is dented. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that because I can't see any cracked paint. I don't actually know. Not without taking the other wing off. But yeah, as an inspection of it, it's alright, just dirty. I found a nice little spider right there, which you can't quite see with the camera. But everything looks all nice and straight under here. For a 19-year-old car, thought I'd give it a bit of an inspection while it's here. Also, not too focus. Here we go. I'm not too sure about that. The light is crusting away. The orange is crusting away. So I'm not too sure. I have to put the light indicators on again. I think they were pretty orange, but it depends on the MOT. They could be fussy about it. It could fail on just that bulb being all crusty. All the orange is peeled off of it. But yeah, there you go. That is how to remove the wing. So the bolts that you want to know is obviously got the screw there. There's one there, two up here. You've got one behind here. By the way, this plastic that's here, which is where it says Elegance, which is down here, they pop off, okay? I wasn't too sure. I did actually have a look on the internet to see if I could find out how they come on, so I didn't know if they're screwed in behind. But when I looked behind, the back of the A pillar is in line with that, and I thought surely they wouldn't let you take all that off just to get this bit of plastic off. I'm sure it must be like clipped on, you just pop it off. And yeah, you do. I have actually got a tool for that. It's only a bit of plastic tool, it's a draper one. That don't use a screwdriver, for Christ's sake, don't use a screwdriver. It's such a such a cowboy Mickey Mouse way of removing anything. Someone's done it to my Alfa Romeo over there to do the number plate bulb, because my number plate bulb was out, and you have to slide in one of them tools, push it to the right hand side, which is on like a spring, and then one side will drop down, and as that drops down you then pull it back to the left. Well, someone's done it with a screwdriver and they've gouged a bit of the bumper doing it, and I've just done it on the side I actually needed to change the bulb on. I haven't left a single mark, and as you can see, I don't know if you saw in the video, I was up here trying to prise it off. There's not a single mark. That mark was already there, by the way. You can see that because there's a little bit of rust in it. There's not a single mark. Use the plastic tools, that's what they were created for. Don't use a metal screwdriver. I can't stand it when people use screwdrivers to try and prise anything off and they damage everything with it. But yeah, there you go. Wing is off. Now it's time to get the new wing on. I'm not looking forward to this. I thought, oh, while it's off, I'll give this all a bit of a clean up. But I don't know how much time I've got. I'll give it a little bit of a clean up. I'm not going to go mental with it because I don't have the time, but as it's off, and just as well give it a bit of a clean up. I'm not going to film it because there's no point in you watching me clean off all the cobwebs and all the dirt from the backside of the wing. So we'll jump straight into me fitting the wing. So here we go. Right, there you go. Wing's all done. I just got to put the wheel back on and just drop the car back down. But I just wanted to show you quickly, guys, before I put the wheel on, about the wheel arch, because I didn't show you. Because there's a lot of things you need to do, and in that last bit, you guys couldn't quite see. So, you got that one there. You got these three here. So that one and that one. There's one there. Unfortunately, that actually snapped off as I was undoing it. It's just wear and tear of the years, but trust me, it just hardly does anything. You got two up there as well. Two there. And you would have one there, one down there, but it never had it when I came to own it. But yeah, we'll give it a final assessment once I put that wheel on. Alright, there you go, there you have it. All complete. Just check out those lines. I did, as if you saw in the video, I kept going over and over the lines to make sure everything was alright. Okay, unfortunately that little bit does show up, but we'll get some pads on that and sand that down. Sound a bit flusher so it's not so obvious. Oh god, I sound out of breath. I am out of breath for some reason. It seemed to be hard work, more hard work than it should be for just changing a wing. And there you go, down with the door as well. But I haven't wiped it over, but as you see, there you go. It's not two-tone anymore, it's actually one colour. Everything else is fine, it's just the noise from the engine. I should be able to ask a little bit more, not obviously full price. Full price would be a fully working car. It's not, there is an issue with it. But I can get more than what I could if I didn't fix the things that I could actually fix myself, i.e. the wing. And then the bumper's not major. I don't think anyone would really be too fussed about it. They may not have been too fussed about the wing, but on the safe side, I would rather just change it for the sake of 35 quid. Now it's only cost me a couple of hours of my time. I did have a break between filming. I didn't like go at it all the way. I did actually stop and have a sandwich. It's down there, let's see. So I did actually cheat. I did stop for about 10-15 minutes. But yeah, honestly, it was quicker to get it all together, put it back together, than it was to get it off. Like I said, it cost me about half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. To get it all back together again, it was between 20 minutes and half an hour. And there you go. Once we get this car valeted inside and outside, we'll take a look at how good it looks then. To be honest, I would like to do this before taking it in for an MOT, but we'll have to wait and see. All I can say now is that we've got the rear bumper to do and the rear washer jet, because that's not working. There's water going to it. It seems like there's a blockage. All I've got to do is find the blockage, clear the blockage, and I've got water going to it. There is something I did find. I didn't show it on video. When I had this all off and I had the wheel off and all jacked up, there is a slight split in the CV boot. Something that I didn't see when I did the pre-MOT check. I did see a bit of oil and grease on it, and I was hoping it'd come out the end and not there wasn't a split in it, because I couldn't see a split and I couldn't feel one. But as it was off, I gave it a squeeze and I heard air coming out of it, and I thought, oh God, it's got a split in it. I went looking for it and I found it straight away, right where the clump of grease was, funny enough. So I've cleaned it all up. I hope they don't thoroughly check it on the MOT, but if they do, they will fail it on that, and that alone. So, I mean, I don't know, it's not excessively split. They may give it an advisory. It's slightly leaking grease. I don't know. It is what it is. If it gets picked up, it gets picked up. I just have to deal with it. If it doesn't, then oh good. The thing is though, it's one of them things where if you know it exists, you can't help but having to, to sort it out. I know that exists, so I want to fix it. I don't like, oh, I'll just sell it and whoever buys it sorts it out. That's not what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here is fixing up everything that I know is wrong with this car. If there is some things I miss, unfortunately I do miss them. This is why it's going in for an MOT, so it's got someone else looking over it to make sure that I haven't missed it. And also, annoyingly, the back window seems to be open a bit there, and the battery's dead, and I can't get it back up because the battery's dead. And if it rains, there's all water going to be getting in. So I really need to go off now and order myself a battery charger. Yeah, and that is it, guys. Nothing else I can talk to you about with this. That is how you change the wing. You saw me do it. I pointed out all the bolts and nuts that you need to get the wing off. I also went through everything on the wheel line, and you will have to take the wheel alignment out because you've got 2 screws down here. So there's 2 down the center here, and obviously the wheel liner is I think the arch lining is in the way, and obviously you got 1 up there underneath behind that, so that just pops off. And you got 2 down in here, and this has to come out. You can't slide it up, you've got to pull it out, so you will have to undo cover screws of the side skirt. That it doesn't go in any more than that, and I think over time the plastic's slightly warped. I can't. I've actually tried to pull it in by screwing it in, well, pulling it in and tightening it up when I put this in and the one underneath, and that's about as much as it pulls it in. And to be honest, it wasn't. It was pretty much like that anyway. Yeah, you've got obviously one up there, and you've got one here for the bumper, and then you've got one inside as well for the bumper, and you've got your two up on underneath the bonnet there. And that is it. That is all the nuts you need to do. But so when you take the wheel alignment out, you will find all of the screws and nuts and stuff that you need to take off. They're not bolts, they're actually like screws. They're 10mm hex screws. Let me just show you all the stuff that I've used. So if you're using standard wheels, they are 17mm. This is 17mm nut. I've got that on the breaker bar. Don't use an impact driver to tighten the wheel nuts up, for Christ's sake. It does them up too tight and you'll struggle to get them off. And you don't really want to use an impact driver trying to get them off because they're on too tight, especially when you've got your lock and wheel nut, because it's obviously like that inside. That if you shear that off, obviously you've knackered it. You have to try and break it off. So it's a 17mm socket. There's a 10mm spanner. I've had to use a 10mm spanner for the one up inside behind the bumper because you can't get that inside there. But other than that, it's a 10mm and an 8mm. 8mm for the side skirts. I've got other sizes here, just in case I didn't actually know. They're normally 8 or 10. It's normally an even number, but I've taken out something instead, you know, just in case. So 8mm for the side skirts, the one underneath the side skirts and round about the sides. 10mm spanner you might want to get inside behind the bumper. Also, the 8mm screw you need to undo inside the door on the side skirt. I can just about bend that in like that and get it in. That's with the door wide open, so you can just get this in. If you are struggling with something like this, get an 8mm spanner. This is the ratchet one. I've used the ratchet one because obviously it's a lot quicker. So there you go. And I've obviously used this for the rest. I was thinking how about using a drill, but then I realised there's only maybe one or two screws that you can get out with a drill. The rest of them you're going to have to use, you have to do it by hand because you have to get your hand in there. And to be honest, like I said, it only took me about half an hour to 40 minutes to get it off. It should really take about half an hour. There was probably some minutes of me running backwards and forwards to the garage to get some bits that I hadn't brought out with me. I tried to get everything ready. But yeah, that is it. That is all you need. You don't really need an impact driver to get your wheel off. Obviously, if you've got a socket, a wrench to get it off, or even a breaker bar to get it off, get them off of that. I just did that for speed. And I didn't know how tight they were on, because they haven't been off in all the time I've owned it, and I've owned it now for I'd say 9 months. So yeah, this car really needs to get going. So yeah, let's wrap this up then. Oh, let's do a little door check. Everything's all fine with the door. Let's see. As you see, the alignment with the door, that it's pretty much the same. I haven't got vernier caliper, so I can't check it all. I just have to do it all by eye. But to be honest, eye's pretty much good enough anyway. I mean, you can see that anyway. And to be honest, if I hadn't said anything, I'm not even sure if you'd know that I'd even changed it. But yeah, there we go. So let's wrap this up then. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, and hopefully it's given you a bit of knowledge on how to change a wing. I have been looking on YouTube to see if there was other videos of how to change a wing for this car, and I can't find any. Now, that doesn't mean they don't exist. It means it's just not easier to find in the search. Right, that about wraps up this video then, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a subscribe. or the channel, or subscribe I should say. But yeah, just click the bell, make sure you get those notifications as to when we upload new videos. Now, coming in the next video, hopefully I should be doing the rear bumper. I couldn't do it in this episode because I have to charge the car up, so we'll have to see where we go from there. I will be charging this car up hopefully, and it should start, and I'll be able to move it away from the wall so I can get on with the other work that needs doing to it. Can't do the washer jet on the back. I need power to the car in order to test it. I haven't got power because the battery's dead, and I need to move the car out to get the rear bumper off because I need to get to the other side of the car, which is against the house. So yeah, I need power. The only thing I could do today was this, because I can easily get there. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, don't forget to share it on your social media platforms, and don't forget to click subscribe so you get notifications as to when we upload new videos. And like I said, hopefully the next video we'll be getting this car out, and I should be either doing the bumper or the washer jet. Haven't yet decided. But yeah, until the next video guys, take care, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video.